comboing
to make sure that he... Oh, they're both still standing. There's a fight in the river in the meantime, but I do not care. Keeping my eyes on the mid lane 1v1, but the river might be important now because it's been... Skewmon extra movement speed coming in from the Aegis Assault. Knight locked up, locked down. Tippers on the way in, but not doing a hell of a lot. Knight! That's what he chooses to go for here. I imagine it will be. Is going to be pretty solid as we see the engage on the bottom side. Lebrov stepping a bit too far, but he does manage to find the lockup. Quick cleanse and a sidestep from Elk means he's A-OK on body blocking the Mystic shots. Bin on the way in. He's blown the horn. Bin's respecting it. But Broken Blade is in dire straits. Ooh, tower aggro continues though. He might be able to get one back. It's the 1-for-1! But no follow-up. Beishwan, good use of the ultimate to stay standing on, immediately using the Unbreakable Well. Now the retreat going in, but it's cast off to the side of the weirding, but they've just been locked up! It's a beautiful combo, Knight and Elk! Dealing a death blow.
Oh, Dracos, that is the juicy combo that you're looking for.
In the headbutt pull, Knight gets another. Ornhorn called, and this is the combo. Broken Blade sniping with the ult, but it's Knight looking for the follow-up. Waiting out the Aegis Assault for Skewmon, but he knows he doesn't have an angle anymore. On though, going. Herald on the way in, so he didn't want to walk into River. Broken Blade slowly being burnt down. Beishwan going in mid lane into 3 members of G2! Everybody's invited to the party in the mid lane now. Elk locked up. Where's the follow-up coming from G2? They don't quite have the cooldowns, and now G2 trying to finish off this mid lane tower. But they don't have the angle. Oh no! From the bush, he finds the knock, but he only locks a few. G2 now trying to retreat. Lebrov on the way out, standing next to the wall, looking to find the lockdown. Hansama, CC there, trying to take the AD out before he can open. Knight still manages to get it down. Skewmon in the fight as well. Caps, beautiful ulti across the team. Lock up on Elk, but he's still able to full chain on the ulti! That shouldn't be allowed, but Caps can't get close enough to finish the job, and now it's Broken Blade falling as well. 3 down on the side of G2, and BLG, they're ready for a Baron.
Yep, that's going to be Baron for sure. Caps pops the blast cone. I don't know what shenanigans he could pull out here.
This one's fast. W flash, wind becomes lightning. They were already pretty much guaranteed to get the objective. They're happy to have Caps as well. Unbreakable Well keeping him standing, but he's been sniped. Locked up, taken down by the bot lane duo, and it's Beishwan who's running. Pantheon going in. Has he overcommitted? Beishwan locked up. Skewmon taking a bit more time. Waits on the Aegis Assault. The minions in the base, though. But he holds on just a little bit longer. There's no space for him to ulti, though. And that is all that matters. G2 on the edge of death managed to find the fight of BLG. And it might just be a single fight. It might be a single moment. Skewmon, Broken Blade, they're trying to finish the GA. He doesn't have it. There's no way. The flash. It's not enough. Caps is already back.
Teleport the heads. They're teleporting up there.
Health so damn low. Tower still standing, but Bin's already gotten one. Lebrov back up. 10 seconds on Hans. 15 on Broken Blade. Bin wants to finish the objective. He's not waiting any longer. Lockdown there. Minions not going to do enough. Knight and Bin back to finish the game. We've all seen Beishwan on red side make that dive happen so many times at early levels. Caps, though, gets caught by the flick. A good charm to follow. Knight relatively out of mana, but he might not need it. One more auto. He spent his time in practice tool. Knight taken down. Beishwan, a quick knockback into the wall, but it's just too late. Is he going to give his life as well? Nice fall breaker. Good follow-up damage. One more auto, and it's Lebrov to be there as well as the flash comes in from Bin. Instant ulti. Wall laid down. 2. Flick back to the other side of the wall as he takes it down and knocks Skewmon down.
I like that.
Play bottom lane. Hansama ulting. Lebrov likely to fall. Kill finish. Feet of Warfare as Elk grabs that one. Ulti there. Lockdown onto Elk, and this is the problem with the Varus. As good as he looked for the game up until now.
Because those cooldowns are going to be quite meaningful. Yeah.
Sunder Sky is the difference as the charm connects, and Lebrov is ready. A 3-man. Hansama is here. It's only 1 item on the zipper, but he might have enough to get it done. Fortunately, it doesn't. It's G2 over eager. Lebrov has to try and sidestep, but Beishwan's just ready to throw a rock on his head. And in the meantime, it's been breaking towers. Set up on those objectives.
Being passive.
It was 3 Sundered Sky procs, and we come back, and Hansama is dead. Elk and On, despite us leaving the lane phase, are still finding those same advantages.
As well on the Vi, his ultimate is back up and available with addition of Caps, and they're going to go for the dive.
Waiting for the angle, Lebrov. For the ulti, of course, doesn't have the cooldown this time around, but Caps does have an ulti of his, fishing for the charm. Knight, a casual sidestep, the heal, forced to come out, and it's not enough, Caps! Oh. The ultimate truth is, Knight's footwork just better, and Caps and the heal calculation, well, they did not do the math correctly. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, another person dies! Out, immediate responses, the flick back. Counter-Strike blocks some of the damage, but not nearly enough. Broken Blade taken down. Skewmon just in time.
Have better setup. Wait until you have a possibility here because...
Okay. Beishwan's running now too. Broken Blade, they're gonna stun him. What the heck is this sequence of play? Beishwan is gonna die. Okay, then they find a kill back. I'm sorry. What?
Are you not entertained?
Thank you. Unhappy about this sequence as the slow is there, as is the decimating smash. So in the end, if we take all that play together, it's a 2-for-1. Beishwan locked up.
Good pick.
Good damage. Caps wants to keep it going now on to Knight. Sidestep on the Unraveled Earth. The seismic shove won't catch him. But Bin now on the way down. Flashback from Elk. The ulti does connect on him in the meantime. Bin now ready to follow. Decimating smash a little bit out of range, but the seismic shove makes everything okay. BLG, Beishwan now here. Knight continuing to chase the fall, but not enough to make the difference. Knight now on a rampage. The long flank denied.
In the position like that, you're like, your risk tolerance goes way up.
Well, and the important thing to note is
we gotta make some
time. Looking for a two-man knockup. Flick back on LeBron, trying to turn. He managed to get the back line. Actually, Skewmon goes in and it's Hansam on the side. The Simmer is contested. They managed to take him down. It's 1-for-1. Elk throws the arrow back. Broken Blade going back in for another stun, but the team is not there beside him. G2 being zoned away from their own base. Hansama with the spell shield, managing to block a bit of damage. It's On who's going to be taken down, but no, the Mantra W buys him an extra second. Flash out from Hansama. G2 on the retreat, but it's a 3v3. They managed to find a good fight. We'll be okay for now. Still a steady retreat. Knight likely to find the kill here as Skewmon goes back in. The extra shielding not enough, and Kobe, your prediction seems to be correct. Cap's going to go in. Health bars are getting lower, but G2 need to pull the trigger because it's Hansama who's been caught out. Elk manages to grab the kill. Zoning. Lebrov away. Skewmon going in onto the backline trying to find Elk. The knockup is there from Bin though. Beishwan and Bin, the beefy frontliners to find the mid laner, and Elk is still alive. BLG pushing G2 back, holding the line in G2's base, and bringing... Locked in the cage briefly, not unstoppable yet. Hansama still here, gold card in, but Broken Blade already down. BLG. Broken Blade trying desperately to get back to the tower, the Senna shield. It's too little, too late as BLG find their man.
Again, wait a second, bot side!
Yes! Flashes out! Caught out, Elk looking to follow up. All the stacks together. Beishwan, nice angle, flash over the wall, but it's gold card. Quick cleanse to come through. And that's the feat of warfare for the side of BLG. Bin trying to hold on. Knockback from Beishwan is big, and Broken Blade goes down. The play again turns against them. Bin is still standing. Dominus doing so much as BLG find two.
Olaf, even with the Twisted Fate and the Senna ultimate used.
It's not enough to sustain. The charm lands on Lebrov and down he goes. Level 11 for Knight, but can't get in range. So G2 grabbing the tower, getting the TP.
They got the kill.
Finishing the kill onto On as well. The eliminated winner will be our second to qualify, but BLG on that road to locking in the first seed out of play-ins. As now Caps knocked into the sky, BLG immediately descending. The Kaisa so easy to follow up. They weren't ready, they didn't know the ward was there. The instant follow-up coming over the wall from Elk. Skewmon trying to retreat as best he can. Beishwan on a killing spree, and down goes Hansama.
Great angle from On there.
The problem doesn't make it over the wall!
Yeah, he was toast no matter he was toast no matter what. On sees this Senna, and you're like, you have no flash, buddy. You are in the wrong jungle. Takes him down. They're going for Bin though. Try and get a counter kill for G2.
Skewmon blast cone going back. Bin exhausted. The pillar trying to prevent the escape, but Knight is here. The cage goes down. Broken Blade using the ulti, wants to go face first into Knight, but Knight does a hell of a lot of damage. The Olaf! A little bit more shielding as Knight flashes away from the Olaf, just refuses to give them even an inch. Skewmon will fall as well. BLG, the push back into the wall. Caps ready with the cleanse. Quick on the trigger, gold card ready to go. Lock up there, but there's no one else from G2 available. Bin looking for the flank. Baby Cage laid down a little bit earlier On, finding a nice engage. G2 trying to hold the line. Caps moving into the back line to try and take out Knight, but it might be too late. Broken Blade living for a little bit longer than expected, but Elk is just too damn strong. Hansama down.
They certainly are. They're going to chase down Caps first as well. Beishwan's on the way to set up Knight for another one.
Godlike wasn't enough. G2 are praying that is the miracle.
It's a cruel joke. It goes on longer.
Hansama not enough. BLG move on to the main stage.